Hey Woods Worship family, happy Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome to my wonderful office. I really love this job that I have because I never know what I'm going to be doing from day to day. There's always something new. So what I'm working on today is binding these books. We have them coming up for a workshop, and we need to put the spiral binding on. So I'm in the process of taking the pages and punching them and then putting the spine on, and I thought, hey, I think there's a Wisdom Wednesday hiding in this. So, when we do this binding, you can only do a few pages at a time for punching them. You can't take the whole thing at once or it jams the machine. So, you put in a few pages at a time, just like that, and punch the holes in them. And you get a nice, clean row of holes along the side. So, what I'm trying to connect this to, let's see if it's, hopefully it's not too much of a stretch, is God working on us, on our souls, on our quirks, on all of that throughout our lives. So if we give our stuff to Him all throughout our lives, if we give our all of our talents, all of our gifts, but also the not so great stuff. So our tendencies to sin, to certain sins, and just every part of us. If we give it all to God, He can do amazing things with it. So the way I look at it is that, God works on us all the time and can do miraculous things, but the easiest way to do it is to give it to Him a little bit at a time, or not even to give it to Him a little bit at a time. Let Him do what He wants, but that's the way He works, a little bit at a time throughout our whole lives. It's not like, you're on the deathbed and you can say, okay, well, here's all my pages, please punch them and bind them, I'm ready. You have to, throughout your life, give a few pages at a time, and God will punch them. So the punching is not a pleasant thing. Think of this lovely paper here. Part of it is being punched out, being ripped out, but it's to ready it, to make it fit, to make a certain shape for the next stage, for something greater. So when we give these pieces of our lives to God, He takes them and He punches them, He sanctifies them. And when He's at the end of our lives, then He'll take the binding. And you load the binding on, and I never knew about these, but with these, the way that you bind is you just stretch them open. So this machine will stretch them open and allow us to put on the pages. So imagine it's at the end of your life, and you have all of the pieces of your life, and they've all been punched, they've all been sanctified. God has been really working in your life. You've really opened yourself up to Him and given Him everything. What He's gonna do is He's gonna line up all the stuff of your life, line up all those pages, pull the lever, and there you have a perfectly bound book. So now these pages, all these little quirks, all these little gifts or sins, everything of it, not sins, tendencies to sin maybe, they're all held together by a strong binding now. That's not going to come apart. It's going to hold on to all of them. And it prepares this book for its ultimate purpose. And that's what God is doing with us. Our ultimate purpose is not to be here living on this earth. It's a very important part of our lives, and we have to work hard in it. But it's not our ultimate purpose. Our ultimate purpose is to spend eternity with God in heaven. So if we let Him punch our pages throughout our life, and then at the end of our lives, everything is punched and it's ready to be bound, then we'll get that spine, get that strong binding, and be ready to live out our final purpose, or what we were made for, to live with Him in eternity. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you next week with another Wisdom Wednesday. God bless you.